Greetings, Cornerstone Baptist Church. We're the Jalowiec family from First Bible Baptist Church. We're in Zambia, Africa, and we're going to give you a brief update on our ministry so far. Muli Bwanji. In Chichewa, that means how are you? We arrived in Chipata, Zambia on March 5th. We've been doing pretty well, adjusting to the culture, the language, the way of life here is pretty different. We've been learning how to work with their money, which is the kwacha, and it takes 5 Zambian kwacha to equal $1 US. We do some shopping at the open air market, and there are also a couple grocery stores in town that we can shop at. This was a British colony years ago, so I now drive on the left with the steering wheel on the right, and it took me about a week or two to get used to that. So I think we're doing pretty well. I've been in the process of getting my Zambian driver's license. Language, which is Chichewa. I've been doing some informal lessons with our ministry partner, which is Kevin Pesky. Now, if we look further out, there's a lot of just rolling hills. And beyond that, there's many other villages, some people living in homes like this, many others that will just live in huts, what we call out in the bush. That's where we do most of our ministry. Hi, we just want to show you an example. This is water. It's basically just a water catch. During the rainy season, it could be 10 to 12 feet higher. But right now, the rains have stopped. It's the end of April. We may have another rain or two, but it'll probably be dry for the next 5 or 6 months. We won't expect rain again until October, November, or somewhere in there. We had a baptismal service at Big Tree Baptist Church just this past week. We had 12 people baptized. 6 of those had claimed that they had gotten saved in the last 3 to 6 months. Just want to show you an example. This would be the type of water. This is actually much cleaner and clear than the water that we had used. We'd actually kind of moved the surface away, the muck and scum on the top, and to be able to get down and see if the water was safe enough. But we were able to do that and get into the water and baptize, and we just rejoiced in the Lord for those souls that were saved. We are also working with another church out in a different bush area. The church is called Chinjala. It's in a pretty remote location. It takes about 40 minutes to get to. So systematically, we've been going through the big picture Bible study, going through the Old Testament and meeting with them once a week. And we would teach them for an hour or two, and they would always prepare a meal for us that we can share. This will just give you a little view right outside the gate of where we're staying right now. This is the neighborhood and the road that we get to. And what we'll do is we'll take a little ride up the road, and I'll show you again a little bit more driving out in the bush region. All right, we'll try again here. We're just taking a drive down the road called Chinjala. You can see the pavement, what they call the tarmac, has just run out, and I thought we'd just take you for a brief ride down what the normal, I'd say a normal bush road, but actually this is a very good bush road. They're all dirt roads, and this will give you some idea of what it's like out here. Here's a basic school, like a primary school or elementary school. Pretty normal housing here for people. They're actually brick molds that they're making their own bricks for. Where a vehicle is going to be fastened in here, you can see the amount of dust that it'll kick up. And this is when they're going slow. So in the upcoming months, it will be very dusty. Okay, well, as the sun is setting here in Chipata, we'll leave you with the last few prayer requests. We just this morning signed a lease for a 2-year agreement on a house, so we are just so thrilled. You can rejoice with us in that in maybe a week or two, when some work is done, we'll be able to move in there and settle in and kind of establish our home base. We just also purchased a bush vehicle. You saw a little bit of that in the video, and that God just continues to give a vision for the churches that we're working with in the bush. In particular, that men would rise up, that we'd be able to train them, and God would call out leaders of those churches and continue to give us a vision of the next step, the next direction of where we go to help minister. Thank you so much for your prayers and your support. You guys mean the world to us, and we can't wait to see you again. You're always welcome here in Chipata. Thank you. God bless.